Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the Winners Academy. So I couldn't do the videos after a long time because I was busy with my classes, Buddha. So really sorry about that. I was little busy with my other classes. So okay. So today we are going to discuss about parts of circle, right? So if I'm taking the circle, we are going to study about the parts of the circle. So write it down like this. Yeah, parts of the circle. Okay, so you know about the basic parts there are. So if I'm drawing the circle like this, yeah, this one is the center, right? This one, or otherwise origin or center, both are correct words, right? And also O is the center, and if I'm taking the distance in between center to circumference, that is called as radius, right? If you are taking the distance in between two points on the circumference through the center, it is called as what? Yeah, so we can rename it by using the capital letters like this. So this is called as the diameter, right? And if I am joining two points on the circumference separately, not through the center, I am taking externally like this: A, B, C, and D, E. And also you can do like here. So if you are joining some line through the point on the circumference, so we can call it as the tangent, right? So we can write it down like A, B, C, D. Yeah, sorry, A, B, C, D. This one is E, right? Not D. So we can rename it as E. And also F. This one is, we can rename it as yes, we can do like here. Look at properly there. So we can rename it like, yeah, so this one we can rename it like FG, right? So okay, so I'm renaming like this way. Look at properly. So O is the center of the circle, or otherwise origin or otherwise center, right? Center of the circle. Okay, then after, OA means the radius. OA means the radius. And BC means the diameter, right? BC means the joining, you are joining two points on the circumference through the center, so it is called as diameter, right? And also if I am joining two points on the circumference externally, not through the center, I am joining externally, so it is called as a chord, that is DE is the chord, right? Yeah, and also not only that one, so FG, this external line, that is that line joining with one point on the circumference. So FG means what? FG means tangent. Yeah, so those are the basic parts on the circle, right? So this is the origin or otherwise center of the circle. So the distance from center to circumference is called as radius, and when you are joining two points on the circumference through the center, it is called as diameter. And the radius we can call as by using the simple R. Diameter we can call as simple D. Keep it mind that, right? Those two are especially we can rename by using these two simple letters. Okay. And also there is some relationship between the diameter and radius also. You can see the sum of two radii, the plural word of radius is radii. The sum of two radii is equal to the diameter, right? So you can write it down like here. Diameter is equal to 2 times of radius. Yeah, so that is some special equation in the parts of the circle. Okay. Okay, Lamai, so I hope you all understood about that, right? You can pause the video and copy those things if you like, if you need, right? Okay, and also we can go for the other parts of the circle like this. Okay, so if you just think like cake, right? If you just think like your birthday cake, right? If you need, you can divide like this way also, no? So that means, okay, so you can, if this is the center, we can divide like this, right? Yeah, this is like this also you can divide. So this portion is called as what? Yeah, this portion we can call as sector, right? Sector of a circle is like this. So this is the origin, you are dividing through the origin, right? And there is some other method also, you can cut the birthday cake. If your birthday cake is a circular shape, we can do like here. Okay, so if you need, you can cut like this also, right? In this side also you can get take some piece of cake. Okay, so because normally we are cutting like this, but especially if you need, you can do in this way also, right? This shaded part is called as segment of a circle. Segment, right? So you need to clearly understand this. The region bounded with two radii and the arc. Yes, the region bounded with two radii and the arc is called as a sector, and also the region bounded with arc and the chord, right? This is the chord now. So you can understand about the definition of segment like here. The region bounded with the chord and the arc is called as segment, right? So we can rename like this. This is the chord. And also specially we can take like this. When you consider about the sector, this small part is called as minor sector, right? This small part is called as minor sector, and this larger one is called as major sector. Okay, so we can study about that further. So this, when you consider about the segment also, this small part is called as minor segment and the large part is called as major segment, right? So I can do like here, look at properly. So if you are separating those two pieces like this, so I can get like this way, look at properly there. Okay, so this is called as major segment, not segment, that is major sector. And the small part we can take separately, this is called as minor sector. So I can rename like this way, look at properly. So this is, the large one is major, right? Major sector, and the small piece of the small piece is called as minor sector, right? That is minor sector. Okay, and also if you consider about this segment also, we can divide into two pieces like this, no? So one is coming like this way, the large part I am taking like this, the small piece I am taking like this way separately. Okay, so this small piece we can call as minor segment, this is the major segment. So we can divide like here, this is minor segment, and the large one is called as major segment, right? You have to clearly understand about those two parts. Okay, and also you can specially call like this small arc, right? This whole one is called as what? This whole circular line we can call as circumference. Circumference, right? And we can divide again like this is the minor, the small circular line is called as minor circumference. Yeah, this is minor circumference, we can call as minor arc, right? So this small line we can call as, see, small curve line is called as minor arc, and the large value is called as major arc, right? And also we can study about this one also, the angle in between in the sector, right? In the sector, the angle in between two radii is called as what? Angle at the center. Angle at the center. So we can write it down like here. Okay. So I think, I hope you understood all the things we discussed today, class. So today we studied about the parts of the circle, right? In that part we studied about what is the center of a circle and what is the radius and what is the diameter and what is the chord and what is the meaning of tangent also. And in lastly we studied about that what is the relationship between diameter and radius. Okay? Yeah, those are the parts we studied there, and also we can go for the sector and segment. That means the part of a circle. If I'm taking the parts of the circles, like this way also we can do. When you consider about the circular object like a cake or any circular thing, right? You can just think like that. So you can divide into pieces like this way by using the center, or otherwise you can by using the chord also you can divide like this, right? Okay, so when you are dividing like the sector, so the large part of the sector is called as major sector, and the small part is of the small part of the sector is called as minor sector, and the angle in between those two radii is called as angle at the center, right? Okay, so when you consider about the segments, yeah, when you consider about the segments, Putha, you have to keep in mind that the region bounded with the chord and the arc is called as segment, right? In the segment also you can consider like this: the large piece of the segment is major segment and the small piece of the segment is minor segment, and this small line we can call as minor arc and the large line is called as major arc. In here also we can divide in same way, right? The small line, that small curved line is the minor arc, and then the large curved line is called as major arc, right? Okay, so those are the things we are going to discuss today, right? So those are the parts we studied today. So I hope you understood all the things properly. If you have any doubts, you can comment me down the video, right? Okay. Okay, Lama. So we can meet with the next video. Okay, take care. Bye. Have a nice day, fall. Good luck.